Next, applications of student t-test or small sample test. We already discussed large sample test means z-test, chi-square test. This is student t-test or small sample test. Small sample means sample size is less than 30. Okay. There are various applications of student t-test or small sample test. First application, to test significance of mean of random sample. To test significance of mean of random sample. Same process similar to z-test or large sample test. Okay, same process similar to z-test or large sample test. Test procedure. First, we will set hypothesis, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. Next, setting test statistics. So, formula of test, in this case, formula of test statistics T equal to x bar minus mu by sigma x bar. X bar minus mu by sigma x bar, where mu is population mean, x bar means sample mean, and sigma x bar is standard error of mean. And formula of standard error of mean is h by root n. But for large sample test, formula of standard error of mean is sigma by root n. Okay, for large sample test. For large sample, we already discussed. For large sample test, standard error of formula of standard error of mean is sigma by root n. Here s by root n. S means sample standard deviation. And in this case, formula of sample standard deviation is root over summation x minus x bar whole square by n minus 1, where n is the sample size which is less than 30. So formula of s is root over summation x minus x bar whole square by n minus 1, and n is the sample size, and where x bar is the sample mean. Okay, and also noted that here s is not constant, but for z test here sigma is constant. That's why this value is constant. Okay, for z test or large sample test, the formula of standard error of mean is sigma by root n. So this is constant. But here formula of standard error of mean is s by root n. But here s is not constant. So that's why standard error of mean is not constant for t-test. So standard error of mean is not constant for t-test. Clear? Since formula of s is different for different applications. Next, degrees of freedom. Okay, so degrees of freedom for significance of mean of random sample is sample size minus 1. Sample size means we consider sample size n, that is n minus 1. Okay, next, set level of significance alpha. Same process, okay, similar to z-test or large sample test. Set level of significance alpha. Next, calculate the value. Calculate this value. This is the calculated value of t. So calculate the value of t. Then compare it the critical or tabulated value of t at certain level of significance and certain degrees of freedom. Okay. So fourth step is calculate the value of t. This t. Okay. And the compare it with critical or tabulated value of t at certain degrees of freedom and certain level of significance. So this is the student t distribution tables. Okay, so calculate the value this t. This is calculated value of t. Compare with the tabulated or critical values of t. Next, decision. If calculated value of t is less than tabulated value or critical value of t, then null hypothesis is accepted and alternative hypothesis rejected. And second, if calculated value is greater than tabulated value or critical value, then null hypothesis is rejected and alternative hypothesis is accepted. Same process similar to large sample test or z-test, but here formula of standard error of mean is different. Here standard error of mean is constant since s is variable. Age is not constant. Sorry, here standard error of mean is not constant since age is not constant. But for large sample test, standard error of mean is constant since this is constant. And also population standard deviation. Here for t-test, population standard deviation is unknown. Population standard deviation is unknown, that is sigma is unknown and sample size is small. Okay. Next, we will discuss a problem. Please look at this. This is student T distribution table. Okay, this is student T distribution table. For 1 degree of freedom, the value of T for 2 tail test for 10% level of significance, this is equal to the value of T for 1 tail test for 5% level of significance. Okay, so this is for 1 tail test, this is 5% level of significance. For 2 tail test, 10% level of significance. This value equal to 6.314. Okay, similarly, for 7 degrees of freedom, the values of T for 2 tail test for 10% level of significance, this is also equal to the values of T for 1 tail test for 5% level of significance. Just half. Okay, similar to just half. So similarly, for 9 degrees of freedom, the value of T for 2 tail test for 5% level of significance, this is equal to the value of T for 1 tail test for 0 for 2.5% level of significance equal to this. Just half. This means 10% level of significance for 2 tail test means 5% level of significance for 1 tail test. This is 5% level of significance for 2 tail test means 2.5% level of significance for 1 tail test. Okay. Here 2% level of significance for 2 tail test means this is also equal to 1% level of significance for 1 tail test, and so on. Okay. Please remember this. Next problem. The manufacturer of a certain makes of LED bulb claims that his bulb have a mean life of 65 months. A random sample of 10 such bulbs gave the following values. Life of bulb in months: 63, 64, 65, 66, 69, 70, 71. Can you regard the producer's claim to be valid at 5% level of significance? Okay, this is questions. Again I repeat, the manufacturer of a certain make of LED bulb claims that his bulb have a mean life of 65 months. A random sample of 10 such bulbs gave the following values. Life of bulbs in month such that 63, 64, 65, 66, 69, 70, 71. Can you regard the producer's claim to be valid at 5% level of significance? Okay, so solution. Given that any sample size, so here sample size is 10, so this is less than 30, so this is more small sample. Okay, and population mean is 65. Next, now we will set hypothesis. First, null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means there is null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, there is no significant difference between the sample mean and population mean. Okay, same process similar to large sample test or Z test. So there is no significant difference between sample mean and population mean. Sample mean and population mean. Okay, we assume that there is no significant difference between sample mean and population mean, that is mu equal to 65. Next, alternative is a complement of the statement, that is there is significant difference between sample mean and population mean, that is mu not equal to 65. Okay. Next, test statistic. So formula of statistic is T equal to x bar minus mu by sigma x bar means standard error of mean means s by root 10. So this is the formula of standard error of mean, where formula of s is where s equal to root over summation x minus x bar whole square by n minus 1, where n is the sample size. Okay, now we will construct a table for calculation of, for finding the value of x bar and s. So this is a table. So first, so this is a for table for finding the value of x bar and s. So calculation of table for calculation of x bar and s. Okay, so this is x, this is x minus x bar, this is x minus x bar whole square. So x, so here x takes value 63, 63, 64, 63, 63, 64, 65, 66, 69, 65, 66, 69, 69, 70, 70, 71, 69, 70, 70, 71. So summation of x. So summation of x equal to this plus 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 this equal to 670. X bar. So x bar means, summation x by x bar means average. So summation x means x by n. N means sample size. So or number, total number of x. So here total number of x is 10. So summation of x is 670. So 670 by 10, that is 67. So here x bar is 67. That is x minus 67. Okay. So 63 minus 67 means minus 4. Similarly, this is also minus 4. This is minus 3. This is minus 2. This is minus 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. X minus x bar whole square means x minus 67 whole square. That is minus 4 square means 16, 16, 9, 4, 1, 4, 4, 9, 9, 16. Next, summation x minus x bar whole square. So this plus 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 this, we get 88. Clear? Next, s. So formula basis root over summation x minus x bar whole square by n minus 1. That is summation x minus x bar whole square means 88. So 88 by n minus 1. So 88 by n minus 1. N means 10. So 10 minus 1. Clear? So after calculation we get 88 by 9. That is 3.127. So therefore T. So T equal to x bar minus mu by s by root over n. So x bar minus mu by s by root over n. So x bar. So value of x bar is 67. So 67 minus mu. So mu means here mu is 65. So 65 and s is 3.127. 3.127 by root over n. N means 10. That is 2 by 3.127 by root over 10. So after calculation we get 2.023. 2.023. Okay. Please look at this. This is two-tailed test. Okay. This is not equal to means this is two-tailed test. Tail test. For two-tailed test, we will find the value of mod t. Okay. So mod t equal to mod of 2.023. That is mod of 2.023. That is this is also 2.023. Okay. Next, degrees of freedom. So this is the calculated value of T. Next, degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. Degree of freedom. So formula of degree of freedom is sample size minus 1, that is n minus 1. Here n is 10, so 10 minus 1, that is 9. So here degrees of freedom is 9. And let us consider level of significance is 5%. So level of significance alpha equal to 5%, that is 0.05. Then the tabulated or critical values of T for 5% level of significance with 9 degrees of freedom is, so critical or tabulated value of T for 2 tail tests at 5% level of significance with 9 degrees of freedom is for 2 tail tests. This is 2.262. So 2.262 is the critical value or tabulated value of T for 2 tail test at 5% level of significance with 9 degrees of freedom. So 2.262. Okay. So tabulated value. So tabulated value of T equal to 2.262 at 5% level of significance and significance with 9 degrees of freedom. DM means degrees of freedom for 2 tail test. Okay. Next, decision. Since so this is calculated value of T since 2.023. So calculated value of T is 2.023. Since 2.023, here tabulated value of T is 2.262. 2.262 less than, so 2.023 less than 2.263, that is implies calculated value of T and mod T for 2 tail test. We always calculate value of mod T. So calculated mod T is then tabulated T. That is, therefore, since calculated value of T less than calculated value of T less than tabulated value of T, so null hypothesis is accepted. And alternative hypothesis rejected. Since null hypothesis is accepted, so this statement is true. So there is no significance difference between sample mean and population mean. Hence, there is no significance difference between sample mean and population mean. Sample mean and population mean. That is, here question is, can you regard the producer's claim to be valid at 5% level of significance? That is, claim of the producer is correct. That is, claim of the producer is correct. Now you draw this figure. This is for 2 tail test. So graph is okay. So for 2 tail test, so error will occur both sides. So here level of significance is 5%. So alpha by 2 error will occur left side and alpha by 2 error will occur right side. So this is alpha by 2, total alpha, this is alpha by 2. So 5% means alpha by 2 means 0.05 by 2 means 0.025. This is alpha by 2 means 0.025. And remaining area of remaining percent is 1 minus alpha, that is 0.95. and here tabulated value of t is 2.262. This is minus 2.262. This is plus 2.262. This is accepted regions. This is accepted region. This is rejection regions. So here calculated value is 2.023. So 2.023 lies in this region, accepted region. That's why we reject alternative hypothesis. Okay, and we accept null hypothesis. 2.023. Okay. Also, this is the curve of distribution. Look like normal distribution. Okay. So here degrees of freedom is, here n is 10, here n is 10. Okay, clear?